Welcome to the 1204. Myron Gains has been teaching men about women, but Myron has a lot to learn about women because Myron does not have a clue about women. All you have to do is look at his recent relationship with Angie, and you will also come to that conclusion as well, that this guy is clueless when it comes to women. Here you have a man who has a popular podcast, The Fresh and Fit Show. This guy boasted and bragged about his girlfriend, Angie, packing condoms in his bag when he goes away. If that wasn't bad enough, this guy agrees to be in a documentary. He agrees to be in a documentary that he was actually suspicious about. And he tells the guy doing the documentary, Louis Theroux, that he sleeps with multiple women and he might get another wife or another girlfriend or something along those lines. And then he brings his girlfriend, Angie, to corroborate this. And he not only made himself look like a fool, he made Angie look like a fool. They look like a right pair of plunkers. This guy is not suitable to be teaching anybody anything about women when he himself needs to learn about women. Let me tell you something about women. And this could also apply to men too. Relationships can be very, very complicated. But when you get with somebody in a relationship, you agree to terms and conditions that your friends and family might not necessarily agree with. There are men and women out there who will see past a partner's infidelity. They will turn a blind eye to it as long as it's between the two people in a relationship. Because once that cat is out the bag and every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a opinion about it, that person might not overlook the infidelity. Let's go back a few years. Let's look at what happened with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. I'm not saying Will Smith was doing cartwheels, knowing that somebody half his age was banging his wife. But he was dealing with it, he was coping with it. As soon as that became public, you can see how humiliated he was. Some things people don't need to know about. And maybe the Will Smith thing wasn't the best example to give. because it wasn't Jada that revealed it to anybody. I'm sorry, to the world. It was August. But let's look at Myron Gains for a example. So he's in a relationship and he's with a woman that packs his condoms, as he claims. The problem with that is this: he has put her in the public eye. He has put a face and a name in the public. So now everybody knows who this person is. Angie obviously has friends and family. So when Myron says that she's packing his condoms, he has mugged her right off. Her friends and family are going to be like, what's wrong with you? They're going to start to have a opinion about her. And to add insult to injury, he does a documentary and he calls her to corroborate this rubbish that he has been talking. How do you think her friends are going to... Now, I know they've broken up since that documentary, but imagine if they were still together. You have put her now in a position where she's going to have to deal with other people's opinion about her private life, about her choices. And we are human beings. Majority of human beings can get very, very defensive when people question their life choices. Myron put her in that position. He has put her in a position where people are going to think that there's something wrong with her for signing up to what she signed up to. Maybe she had no problem packing these condoms when it was between her and him. But the fact he will take that to the internet and tell the whole world that your beautiful girlfriend packs your condoms. Not to mention that it's also counterproductive, because then you're going to get a lot of people telling her, babes, you can do better than that. You're worth more than that. This guy clearly doesn't know about women or relationships for that matter. This guy is not relationship ready. He hasn't got a clue about relationships or about women. The fact that he would... I mean, and the sad thing is, I don't think he realized he was actually humiliating this woman, embarrassing this woman in front of the world. He doesn't realize that. He doesn't realize that because Myron does not know anything about women. Myron does not know anything about relationships. Because if he knew anything about relationships, he would know that you do not air your laundry outside. You do not, especially on the damn internet. And that's the thing with these guys. These guys are a bunch of geeks, all of them. Why are you even talking about your relationship online anyway? Why have you got your girlfriend on the internet? He put her out there. Nobody knew who this person was. So now you have showed us your girlfriend, and now you're telling us that she's packing your condoms for you. Look at how embarrassing that situation was when Louis Theroux was speaking to her. You put her in an awkward position where she now has to justify her life choices to this stranger, to this white stranger, Louis Theroux. And according to Angie, she had no idea that was going on. She just came in and he said, "Babes, come over here." And there's some white man with glasses standing there asking her questions about her private life, about her choices. You could tell she felt awkward. And to make it worse, she's walking off now and he goes to her, "Oh, Angie, could you clean up this place?" You did not have to tell her that whilst the camera was on. You could have easily sent her a text message. Or furthermore, clean it up your damn self. You've got two hands, you've got two legs. But the fact that you say that on camera, this guy doesn't have the relationship awareness, the social awareness to realize that you're making her look stupid. So you've just told this man, Louis Theroux, and you've told the world that you cheat on this woman and she packs your condoms, and you're getting her to clean up your mess. You know for a fact. Sorry, I know for a fact that her friends would have been like, "What the hell was going on there?" And people with any kind of sense should know what happens when friends start to they all start to chip away at the girl in the relationship, and eventually she crumbles. They start telling her, "This isn't worth it. You can do much better than this." Blah 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 blah, and eventually she'll feel so crap. Maybe she would be okay with packing your condoms. Maybe she would be okay with cleaning up your mess. Maybe she might even be okay with you bringing another woman into the house. But there's no way she's going to be okay with you airing that out to the public. But of course, Myron doesn't know that because, like I said, Myron knows nothing about women. And Myron shouldn't be teaching any man about women. Myron has a lot to learn about women. Peace.